Awesome date, February 16th, 2009. Awesome topic.
Gunsmith Cats are on the loose. Gunsmith Cats are loose.
Ba-da!
This is the OSMcast. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hey folks, and welcome back to the OSMcast. I'm Basil.
I'm Eric.
I'm Brad.
And that's us. Brad's back because it's another episode about his, well, not his hometown, more of his transplant town for a bit, Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep.
But before then, oh man, remind us next time we do this podcast that Lee has to tell a story.
Yeah, Lee has to tell a story about the crazy person. Everybody write in and remind us that.
Yes, Lee's got a story for us.
Is there something I missed?
Yeah, there's a crazy story you missed. We won't say anything because it'll ruin the crazy story, but there's a crazy story.
Like, he was supposed to lead in with the story the next time he's on, but he had family engagements tonight, so he couldn't be here.
Exactly. Family.
Which he didn't let us know about until...
Well, he didn't remember
today.
until his dad reminded him today.
He's in a family way tonight, so...
Now, since he celebrated his birthday with us, now he celebrated his birthday with his folks. Anyways, things that aren't separate, as it turns out the OSMcast is going to MTAC this year.
Yay!
Like officially, we just got the press badge confirmed today, so we're going to be there. And
That's awesome.
Rumor is there might even be panels and stuff. I don't know.
For those who don't know, MTAC is Middle Tennessee Anime Con. And right?
Yeah, we did, and we went there last year.
Yeah.
We did a podcast about it if you check the archives, and which means that we've almost done this a whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
old.
That's kind of nuts. But we move on forward, and as always, we move on forward to the world of there is also the contest.
Wait, we don't. Oh, did somebody actually call in?
No, it's only still been just Neil. Neil
doesn't count.
Neil right now is the only one that does count because he's the only one that's entered.
Well, okay. If anybody wants to email or leave a comment or call the Awesome Line number, which we're about to get in a moment.
Yes. All right. Here's a few ways you can do it. You can go to our website, awesomcast.com. Leave us a comment in the comment section. Send us an email, awesomecast@gmail.com. Pretty simple. Or you can also leave us a message on the Awesome Line, which is area code 206-202-0071. Just let us know what you thought of the show.
And you'll win something. Maybe a date with Brad. Who knows?
I don't think so.
He's Asian.
Shut up.
Only partially.
Only
that
partially.
makes it better.
I'm not Asian. I'm your Asian.
Well, hopefully the top half is the Asian half and not the bottom.
I didn't know there were two halves with guys.
Listen, all the brains and
yeah, wait.
None of the hammer. Anyways,
yeah.
Moving on. World of Awesome.
The hammer is his penis.
So apparently, someone finally told Akira Toriyama they're doing a live-action Dragon Ball movie.
Really? Like they just now got around to talking to him about that?
By the way, we need your signature here.
They probably don't, actually.
Well, apparently they did a promotional video and they actually prefaced it with a written comment. And here's what it says. As the original creator, I had a feeling of, upon seeing the screenplay and the character designs. But the director, all the actors, the staff, and the rest were nothing but ultra-high caliber people. Maybe the right way for me and all the fans to appreciate it is as a new Dragon Ball of a different dimension. Perhaps this might become a great masterpiece of power. Hey, I look forward to it.
In other words, my bottom line is tied into this movie's gross profits. And while it's ugly and has nothing to do with my work, Go see it anyway.
It'll make me money.
Yes.
Speaking of manga creators making money, Viz is already set to publish Mikio Takahashi's new manga in 2009.
We don't know what it is. We don't know what it's about. We don't really know anything about it, but we know Viz will publish it in America in 2009.
Yes, rumor is they're going to start doing it on Shonen Sunday, which is where most of our stuff is on.
It's Shonen Sunday this spring.
This spring.
Yeah, this spring and Shonen Sunday. And so I'd guess Christmas they will probably have Volume 1.
It'll be her fourth big series on Shonen Sunday, so...
I hope it's good. I hope we get back to...
And fifth overall.
Get back to a more old school form, because I gotta tell you, I'm not a Inuyasha fan. Inuyasha went on too long, and it was...
I really like Inuyasha. I don't like it as much as Ramen 1/2, but I have to say, I bet even she thinks it's actually her best series by now.
Well, I think that this was her take on doing an epic. Like, she wanted to do, like, I think this, I don't know, obviously, but I think this was her big, epic, goes on forever, giant anime, right? And that's not the kind of anime I like, so I'm hoping we get off of that train.
It was only on the manga because the anime was only 100 some odd episodes.
100 episodes is a large anime.
Yeah, but
that's
compared to 52
like Bleach and One Piece,
50-something manga volumes, the
Dragon
last
Ball.
of which only came last year.
But Bleach, One Piece, and
That's
Dragon
longer
Ball.
than Dragon Ball.
Like 2 out of 3 suck.
Inuyasha is longer than Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball. Dragon Ball Z.
I have to say, well,
No,
Dragon Ball wasn't that long.
Yeah, Dragon Ball's like 70 something episodes.
No, Dragon Ball's 150 something. But there wasn't as much.
See, but Dragon Ball was a good
filler.
series, and Dragon Ball Z wasn't, so it's kind of...
Well, still things of that nature. I mean, there's lots of long, reoccurring shows that...
But the majority of anime takes place in 26 to 52 episode... Like,
it's true.
pods.
And honestly, if Inuyasha kept going, it would have been just as long. They just, for some reason, decided to kill it.
Yeah, it just wasn't... Well, I bet because it wasn't making money.
Well, here's hoping the new show, manga, property, whatever, will make her lots of money and also not suck.
Not suck. Hey, is anybody out there at OSMcast Land, if you want to win the contest and help Eric out at the same time, anybody know where we can get a translated, subtitled copy of that Ranma short that they did at the exhibit for her a few months ago?
Was
the
it the
Rumik
50th
Theater one?
anniversary
It's like
Shonen Sunday?
Yeah, it was 50th anniversary of Shonen Sunday, and they had a new Ranma
So
animated
you want a
short.
subtitled version of that?
Yeah, I want a sub.
You understood like 90%
In, like, decent
of what
quality,
they
too,
said.
Decent quality too.
We're not talking
quality.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're not talking about YouTube. Yeah, like decent quality.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's been released anywhere in Japan. Like, I'm sure it'll end up on something on a disc somewhere. It's just a matter of time.
Just the fact that I saw it was enough for me.
Well, I mean, the little animated clip was cool, but I mean, there was like a 15-minute, 20-minute like
I didn't know
Ranma
about
short.
that.
Like there was like a story, a one-shot story from the manga that had never been.
Is that what you were
done
looking
on
for this afternoon?
That's what I was looking for at some point.
Yeah.
Not today.
Well, you were mentioning something about Rama 1/2.
Oh, I put it around 1/2 on iTunes and got a really good trance
what it
remix
was.
of the opening theme of the first season. And it was actually pretty good. I bought it. But anyway.
In other news, Yen Press has added Spice and Wolf, Yotsuba, and Crescent Moon Story.
Spice and Wolf.
Hey, I like Spice and Wolf, and Douglas likes Spice and Wolf.
You like almost everything. You don't count. And yes,
I
Douglas
do like
likes Spice and Wolf.
Yotsuba.
I said almost. I didn't say everything. I said almost everything.
Yotsuba.
There's a good bit of stuff I don't like.
In the grand scheme of things, you like 75% of all anime, and that's a lot of anime.
I don't hate 75% of all anime.
Yeah,
I like more. I like more than 20, probably about 25% of it, which is more than 10% that most stuff usually get that scale. So I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's easy.
The important thing is that yes, Spice and Wolf got the manga adaptation got, which is good. Got. The big thing is that Yotsuba is been licensed, which was an ADV property, which was one of the few manga titles they were putting out that along with Cromartie High School, which means that they couldn't keep Yotsuba going, which now makes me worried about Cromartie if it's going to keep coming out or what. Hopefully someone will grab that one too, because that's a work of genius. It needs to be out there. Just so if you're working ADV, keep doing it.
No.
But if you're not doing it, give it to somebody who will.
No. Mushishi was a work of genius that needed to be out there. Karachi High School is an entertaining mank.
That is a work of genius.
There's
Comedy can be genius.
This comedy can be genius. My Python is genius, but that is...
I feel that it is just as genius.
Oh.
Cromartie is a wonderful thing.
Oh, that's bad. We'll be here all day if we argue this next.
the next season of Haruhi might happen in April.
Maybe.
The apparently March issue of New Type is saying that it is, and that a lot of the staff members of the previous show is going to be coming back to reprise all of their jobs and everything. However, apparently, a public relations representative from Katakawa Shoten Animation Group, one of the people that are in charge of making Haruhi happen in anime form.
They have their hand in everything.
It said that the group is absolutely not making an announcement now, which means that
we confirm or deny nothing.
And it said on the topic of the April television debut, the representative reportedly said it's a rebroadcast. It is broadcasting mainly on Teletama and other UHF stations. So maybe we're getting new Haruhi.
Maybe we ain't.
Maybe we ain't. We don't know.
We have just about as much confirmation of New Haruhi Season 2 as we do of anything relating to Haruhi the anime. It makes just about as much sense.
And they keep doing little hints and everything. Say, hey, we're still working on it. That with their thing where they reprise the events of one of the books of the Dispense of Haruhi with their website and everything, and got everyone in a tizzy, and then nothing came of it. And we'll see. I hope they don't wait too long, because if they wait too long, the Haruhi,
anime fandom is fickle.
Anime's fickle, and the boat might have already passed.
Yeah,
and if it's not, it's passing. So, is this something that you probably really want to jump in on, sooner rather than later? Because
I hate to tell the Japanese their own business, but you guys do realize that 95% of anime is popular for a very short window, and you gotta shove that crap out there while it's popular. You don't often get the Bleaches and the One Pieces of the world and Gundams and stuff like that. And Haruhi, while I love it, it's not one of those. So
we need to start. If you're going to get on that, get on it. And if you're not going to get on it, then give me some Full Metal Panic.
Yeah, give me something. Full Metal Panic.
Whatever.
Let's not get into that. Full Metal. Blah.
You just haven't seen the right show.
The only Full Metal Panic. Damn it! The only Full Metal is an Alchemist.
Well, we are getting a new season.
Supposedly has a second season.
No, that one does.
That's a rumor.
No, that's confirmed.
Really?
That's confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed.
They're already airing trailers.
That's wonderful.
They're already airing trailers.
So does it take place after the movie?
So is it in Nazi Germany?
No, it is. Don't thank God, it is not in Nazi Germany.
All of a sudden, there's a crossover between FMA and Italia.
It looks like I'm gonna hit you, bro. I'm gonna hit you so hard.
You feel awesome. Full Metal Italia.
He's holding your hand like
Italianist.
I'm straight now.
Italianist. That'd be pretty.
Anyways,
making it worse, Eric.
If you want, for your information, for what it looks like, they're actually going to ignore the anime ending happened, and they're going to keep going on using the manga storyline.
And what is known as the Highlander 2 game theory, we're simply going to ignore that ever happened.
Which is good, because the manga storyline is way better than what the anime turned into. Despite what anyone else tells you on the internet, otherwise, they're wrong.
So where would it start?
Well, we don't know yet. It's not out.
It's not out. We don't know yet. Next.
The ICV2 graphic novel white paper. This is a thing that they sort of issue out and tell people about at every New York Comic Con. ICV2 is the folks that they track the various developments that take place inside pop culture, i.e. tracking graphic novels.
Yeah, it's basically comic book sales.
Yeah, it's what they really...
Comic book sales and comic book popularity.
And so, at every Comic Con, they issue this, more or less tell you what the state of the industry actually is. And this year, it's a year.
Well, it's with everything else going down.
I won't give you too much of the numbers, but suffice to say that graphic novels, while still the bulk of what's getting put out is... Manga is still the major thing that's being put out. However, it's down by 17%. And the total number of books overall are going down every year.
Well, it's because it's in these kind of economic times, you can't just grab every title and throw it out on the shelves. And it's how it is. There was a period there for 5 to 8 years where if it was out in Japan, that was good enough to put it out in America. Except for Read Cutie Honey, you bastards. And anyway,
well, they mentioned that. They mentioned the first There's three.
Honey?
No.
There's
3 main reasons why there's a slump. One is that there's the decrease of the general, economic woes everyone's experiencing is affecting everybody.
Yeah.
Secondly, Cartoon Network isn't putting out nearly as much anime as it has been.
It's because it doesn't get in the ratings. And people don't watch it on Cartoon Network.
Well,
they
yes.
usually put them at bad time slots,
Well,
too.
no. I've read all the stuff from the Adult Swim guys about their anime, and they're like, "Look, guys, here's our ratings numbers. This is our internal numbers. We don't give this out normally to people, but here it is. Here's what happens when we show reruns of Family Guy. Here's what happens when we show anything anime. Well, what's the bigger number here? Where are we going to go?"
Well, it's true, but on the same note.
Death Note?
No. There's a sort of correlation between if it's on Cartoon Network, everything else that it does, DVD sales, manga sales, is better.
It's better, yes.
It's really, unfortunately, it doesn't get the popularity on Cartoon Network that Cartoon Network wants. It does help out for everything else involved in anime, so the folks that put this out really like it when their show is on Cartoon Network. It's just not helping Cartoon Network out any.
It gets the kiddies into it. It gets the adults to buy it. That's what it does. When they see it on Cartoon Network, the adults see it in English, right there, and they see their kids watching it. It's much more...
Another factor
Suddenly,
is...
I'm glad Code Geass had a bad time slot.
Well, you're stuck with crappy fans in that one anyways.
Yeah,
it's uber popular no matter what you do. And the other big thing is Borders is, sort of collapsing.
Yes. Yeah.
And Borders was like the main place where a lot of people got their manga from.
Borders was a manga haven. I worked at Borders for a year and a half, guys, and I've been in every bookstore under the sun, and I've never seen a place that carried more manga than Borders.
Those chains only give 10% discounts if you're a member, and you got to pay for memberships, correct?
Yeah.
You can get 15 to 20% off at any comic book store if you have a box. So.
Well, the great thing about Borders was Borders ran this constantly 2 for 3, 3 for 2 manga deal.
Yeah, every once in a while I would go in. Barnes & Noble would do something similar as well.
Barnes & Noble and Books A Million do it, but Borders did it every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It was every 4 to 6 weeks it was buy 3 mangas, get 1 free. And so I took advantage. I could use it with my store discount. I took advantage of it all the time. I'd buy.
And just in general, Borders was overall way more on top of their game as far as what titles to actually get and what titles actually sold than anybody else.
Well, Borders carried everything. I mean, everything, and that's what nerds want. And not only that, but they got it quickly. If I wanted a manga quickly, I went to Borders, because Walden Books, who got bought by Borders, and Borders would have it on average, the newest volumes of things, a week to 2 weeks before anyone else, any other bookstore, any other comic store. They usually have it a month before my local comic shop, sorry Ed, and usually 2 weeks before the other bookstores. And that counts to me. I want my new manga now. I don't want it a month from now.
But apparently some people are also saying that it really started happening when... apparently in November of 2007, the original Borders graphic novel buyer, Kurt Hassler, he actually left to join the N Plus as a publisher. So that might affect it, but the big thing, one of the big things they mentioned, actually what hurt things was actually Twilight, the series of novels and the movie. It siphoned off a lot of the female readers.
A lot of the female readers for manga. I could totally see that.
That was normally expecting them to buy frilly, girls manga or, boys love.
Yeah.
And then now they're all buying Twilight.
Now they're all buying Twilight. I can totally see that, actually. That makes total sense to me. Because I know 2 girls at my work that read manga, and neither of them have read much manga lately. They've all been reading Twilight books.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Now, conversely, graphic novel sales that aren't manga are up.
But it's all Watchmen.
It's all Watchmen and Batman.
And Batman, because they killed Batman, which I guess we'll talk about in a second in the World War Awesome.
Well, that and there was also The Dark Knight.
Yes, and The Dark Knight.
The anticipation of the Watchmen movie and the movie release of Dark Knight both drummed everything up.
Well, they started putting stuff out again. I mean, Dark Knight was based mainly off 3 Batman graphic novels, I believe. It was The Killing Joke for its representation of Joker, The Long Halloween for the way it depicted the dichotomy between Gordon Bruce Wayne and Batman and Harvey Dent. And God, that's a great. By the way, anybody needs to go pick up. There's one more that it said. I think the Dark Knight, just for its city, like the way that Gotham was the Dark Knight. So,
but they're also mentioning that some things are on the up. Like, you know, their biggest worry is that the smaller manga publishers are going to take a bigger hit.
Yeah,
because they're smaller.
The smaller ones are always,
and also they don't get quite the good, grasp of all the good stuff that the bigger ones do.
I'm just glad every volume of Mushishi is safely published and,
by Del Rey.
By Del Rey, and no stopping that.
And apparently they are doing, and they're still making more inroads in places like Walmarts and Targets and whatnot. Yeah. So they're getting more and more mass, mainstream penetration than before.
Yeah, penetration. And
they're still saying that, places like Barnes and Nobles and whatnot are still getting more stuff bought at than comic book shops.
Well, they are. The manga fans don't like comic book stores.
It's true.
The anime and manga fans don't like the ones that are the hardcore. All I like is anime and manga. That's my nerd thing. Like, they don't like comic book fans. They don't like comic book geeks. They don't like American comic books. They look down on them a lot of the time. And, I don't like to generalize because, I know tons of manga and anime fans that aren't like that. But a lot of the mainstream ones, especially the female ones. And again, I don't like to generalize like that. But I worked in that bookstore for a year and a half. I've worked in 3 different bookstores in my life, and the female fans feel safer in bookstores than they do in comic book shops.
It's true.
And
also, libraries are buying more and more manga still.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. But libraries are bringing in whatever will bring the kids in.
It's true.
So.
And, there's other things also, and of course, Naruto's doing exceptionally well.
Naruto.
Because it's Naruto.
Naruto and Bleach are my,
they need to die.
Go away.
I like the fact that they exist. Simply, they can keep all the fans that I don't want in my fandoms there.
It's almost like they brand all of those fans with that leaf symbol, and if I see that leaf headband, it's like,
oh god, I saw a kid with one of those fans in my store the other day. I was like, oh.
They wear them all around. I was driving past a high school, and there were 3 or 4 kids with just Naruto headbands on. I was like, Jesus, in my day, we wore Star Trek uniforms and got the shit kicked out of us.
In my day, we wore leather jackets. People complained that we might shoot up the school.
Really?
Anyways. Of course.
Kids, get off my lawn.
Speaking of old things, it's official. Persona's getting a PSP remake. And this is the original Persona game, originally for the PlayStation 1.
Like every other RPG in existence, Sony feels it necessary to have a version of it on the PSP.
Well, it makes sense. Originally a PS1 game. They're updating the graphics and everything, so it looks less dated.
Yes. Star Ocean. Let's see. Final Fantasy.
Actually, the original Ys books 1 and 2 are coming on DS.
No, they're on both. They're on both. There's a Ys remake for PSP. Swear to God. I don't know if it's coming to America, but there's one in Japan.
Well, I believe it, but
it's not coming out as the 1 and 2 form, but and it's not a remake. I think it's a port, but whatever.
But the series composer is doing the music. He's remaking all the music for it. The guys who did the Final Fantasy Tactics cinema scenes are redoing all the cinema scenes. They're adding in more gameplay, smoothing out the graphics. Looks like it's going to be a good remake.
Well, it looks like Kevin will be buying a PSP now.
He already owns one.
Does he?
He plays it all the time.
Oh, that's right, because he plays all those Gundam games and Super Robot.
He also converts a lot of his anime to his PSP and watches it at work.
Yeah.
I would too if I were.
Well, it looks like you'll be turning your PSP on for the first time in a while.
I was actually playing Monster Hunter yesterday.
What?
Monster Hunter 2 Freedom to see what all the hype was about.
See, I think you just played Monster Hunter so you could use that against me. Because I don't know. When was the last time you turned it on before then?
I was playing a Star Ocean 2 months ago. Yeah.
Okay, 2 months ago.
And then I forgot about Star Ocean and started playing Chrono Trigger. Yeah, that's one of those things.
I play the same DJ Max game every day.
I technically need to buy the new Star Ocean. Yeah, that's on PSP to get ready for Star Ocean 4. But anyways, I'm really sort of sad that I don't live in Australia at this moment in time, because they're getting the best bonus with their pre-order item.
Sad that we're not living in Australia.
I know one guy who moved to America from Australia. Anyways, they're getting the Ultimate Sangame Collection vinyl as a pre-order bonus. Apparently, they've pressed like actual vinyl LPs with like Sega, 16-bit music on it. From things like,
Why isn't James here?
Yeah, what would James do?
Space Harrier, Vector Man, and Golden Axe. And yeah.
James needs to get this.
Nintendo, you totally need to do this for your music. I need an LP with the Legend of Zelda
We need to get this
theme
for
on it.
James.
Well, yeah.
James will get invited to every anime con.
It's time to eBay!
To DJ again.
Apparently they're adding
Does he even know about this?
Putting one up on eBay.
Oh, he will know about this.
I'm sure he will. I mean, he's
editing this.
And apparently the Japanese have now trademarked 3 new Tales titles.
Oh, wow.
Now, just so you understand, what they normally do is Namco Bandai will register their names in 3s. Maybe they plan on using all 3. They usually don't. They usually just pick one of the 3. But it's the 3 that they're working on. So this might be one of the next titles. Which is, we get the Tales of Floweria. Looks like flower, but Ia on it. Tales of Gracia, which is like Grace with an IA after it.
Yeah.
And Tales of Unita, which is unit, which almost sounds like Unity, but with an IA at the end of it. Because, all the good Tales games have an IA at the end of it.
God, guys! This is the best you can do.
Well, I mean, for example, and I have to say
I can't wait till Tales of Talesia.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm waiting for now, is Tales of Talesia.
Now, just so you know, for Vesperia, the other 2 were Tales of Valoria and Tales of Strife.
I like Tales of Strife. Why couldn't Tales of Strife be in this new selection? Why does everything got to have an IA?
Because Tales of Strife almost sounds like Tales of Cloud Strife.
Tales of Gaia. Okay? Because that's what this IA thing is. Like,
look, I don't know. I think Tales of Vesperia was a really good
Tales
name.
of Homoerotica.
Homoerotica. Tales of Homoerotica.
No, Homoerotica. Gotta do it right.
In fact, just Tales of Erotica actually would be. Yeah. You're that Japan Arena hentai game with this title stats. So you get on that. America just helped you out. That's half the battle to getting us to buy it. Are we out of World of Awesome yet?
No, actually, we're not. We have one more. Tales of Vesperia is now getting a theatrical film this year.
Wow.
Hooray!
Well, if you've noticed, all the major Tales games have been getting anime adaptations.
Yes.
Like, the Tales of Abyss anime was way better than the actual game.
Yes.
It was still boring. But
I didn't say it wasn't. I said it was better than the game.
the fact that I could figure out the plot of the anime within the first 10 minutes of watching the show, and I could have done the same thing apparently with the video game.
Yeah, well, I'm not complimenting it, Basil. I'm not complimenting it.
I'm just saying, I wasn't a fan, but I like everything, right?
Yeah, you do. Except for Soul Eater. I don't know why. You hate Soul Eater.
I don't like Soul Eater either.
Like, I love Soul Eater.
He's joking. I do like Soul Eater.
Okay.
But Basil's
You're just
like,
weird.
No, we can't do an awesome cast of Soul Eater.
No, because it's not done yet.
I'm gay.
We might get Hitler in it again.
We might. Oh yeah.
It might turn out that the whole point of it might turn out to be they want to kill the Jews.
You get donkey punched by one goddamn anime. I'm sorry for what Full Metal Alchemist did to you, Basil. I heard the crying at night. I've comforted you. I know about the bad dreams.
They're about to
show me on the doll where Hitler touched you in Full Metal Alchemist, Basil.
On the hammer. Anyways.
On the hammer. A Full Metal hammer.
Well, I'm just saying, they're about to make a big reveal of the true secret of Shibusen is. It might be they started the Holocaust. I don't know.
Okay, I will give you. So it will suck if it turns out that that's the big secret is they started the Holocaust. Okay.
But it could happen. I don't know. Bones has ruined me once before on a show. I just want to see what happens. Is that so wrong? I think not. Anyways, back to Vesperia. They're getting a big budget, major motion picture movie type thing. It looks like we're pretty sure that, well, it doesn't say explicitly. I'm pretty sure that Production IG will probably handle the animation. Especially for the guy who's handling the new Kill Bill Chapter 3 visual supervisor. Is, the O-Ren stuff that was animated for the movie. He's directing it. And we also know that Kosuke Toriumi because I can't pronounce Japanese things to save my life. He's done some stuff, but most importantly was the Japanese voice actor for Yuri Lowell. In the game is going to be playing a voice role, probably Yuri Lowell.
We would hope. I mean, yeah, you'd hope it was.
But anyways, he's getting a theatrical film this
might
year.
Be Rita.
So he might be Rita. He might be Rita.
You don't know.
He could be Estelle. He could be the dog.
He could be the dog. Yeah.
We repeat. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out later this year. Well, probably not because the DVD will probably come next year.
Realize that Tokyo Underground and Avatar: The Last Airbender have a lot in common.
No.
Do you think that like they stole like some of Avatar from Tokyo Underground though? Tokyo Underground though.
Never could say I've ever thought of that.
Well, I mean, this The Last Airbender, and in Tokyo Underground, it's the only air special guy. You have all these other specialties: gravity, fire, water that are common.
I never actually saw Tokyo Underground.
Moving on.
But you know what I did see just the other
Gunsmith
day?
Cats.
Gunsmith Cats. It's really weird. We decided since Brad was coming back for a bit from Chicago, we would do some Kenichi Sonoda stuff. And if you notice, we did a Bubblegum Crisis podcast a little while back.
Boo.
Around at the same time,
Shut up.
the Anime World Order did a Bubblegum Crisis podcast. Around the exact same time. And so we started, let's do one on Gunsmith Cats. Around the same time this happened, AWO released a podcast about Writing Bean.
Man,
Go figure.
Somebody around us
guys' info is what
I have done
somebody's
nothing.
Somebody's leaking information.
And it's you, fanboy. Your fanboy ass has been sitting there
I
going, we're about to go do this on Gunsmith
Yeah.
Cats, so please take Writing Bean.
I haven't said a
were
word
gonna
to like
cover
any
writing-
of them
Yeah,
in a
sure.
while.
You can't really cover Gunsmith Cats without Writing Bean.
Yeah, you
a
can't
little.
cover it
So
without
we'll
Writing
cover
Bean.
Writing Bean for like
We'll do
5
Writing
minutes.
Bean at the end.
And then...
Because Writing Bean is Gunsmith Cats.
Well, yeah.
It's the same world.
Well, no.
Okay, you know what? We're going to stop talking right now. We're going to play some wonderful, like, jazz rendition that was probably the Gunsmith Cats theme. And then we'll keep talking. Okay, so there was this guy, perhaps you've heard of him. His name was Kenichi Sonoda.
And still is.
Well, yes, he's not dead or anything, it's true.
Well, we know of.
You know, he might have done some character designs for some anime and shows, like Bubblegum Crisis and Otaku no Video. You know, he's only one of the few people that really instilled the idea of big eyes, small mouths as an actual anime look that we all know and love. I mean, I think he's probably overall just as influential as, say, Takahashi or a lot of the other character design groups. Yeah.
Ava.
And, well, I mean,
His
this
designs are instantly recognizable, even though to people who are just into anime, they're kind of generic looking.
But he definitely has his own, look and style. And eventually they actually let him... Normally he was known as, as a character designer. But they eventually let him have his own thing.
His own thing was Writing Bean. But unfortunately, he couldn't sell that. So his own thing became Gunsmith Cats.
Well, I mean, we got an OAV out of Writing Bean.
Yes, we got our AV out of
Gunsmith Cats. So it's not, it's...
But the manga became Gunsmith Cat. I mean, the big long...
Well, yeah.
But
didn't Writing Bean have its own manga?
Writing Bean had, a what was it, Brad? Like, it's in the back of Volume 4 of the Dark Horse comics. It's like, I don't know, two installments, maybe 3. Like, it started and then it just ended. I don't even know if it ever actually got published or not.
It was a prototype.
It was the prototype work?
It was simply... Right, even the OAV, or the movie, that was just a prototype to Gunsmith Cats, which is what he really wanted to do. So...
I thought it was that he wanted to do Writing Bean, but, like, they wanted female main characters.
It's sort of like that certain webcomic artist that you hate wanted to do Warmth, but he wound up doing... a webcomic that goes by the initials MT.
You mean Mega Tokyo? Let's not sugarcoat this.
I don't want to get beat up by the jaw here, okay?
We're all adults. I can say Mega Tokyo without screaming.
I mean, does anyone even read that anymore?
I don't even know.
I haven't read it in
I think Barry does.
year.
Oh, well, somebody.
Barry reads it.
Anyways.
I think Lee does, too.
No, I don't think he... Irrelevant.
Enough about that. James,
talking about
edit all
Gunsmith
this out. We're not giving any more
No,
money
James,
to Fred
don't edit
Gallagher.
this out. Just keep going.
Gunsmith Cats. In the end, that's what he did.
And, man, this is a great series.
It's probably his most famous series, at least in the U.S. And probably Japan, too.
Probably Japan, too.
Well, I mean, this is also his series.
It's his series.
his series.
I mean, like I said, in a lot of other places,
and the one
he
became famous for.
He did designs for a lot of things, but this is his baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gunsmith Cats is about 3 things. Right up front, we're going to tell you if you don't like these 3 things, you're not going to like Gunsmith Cats. And it's tits, guns, and cars. And that's, I mean, right there. Right.
Also Chicago.
Eric mentions tits, but that's probably third.
Yeah, tits is third.
He really likes...
It's just guns, cars, and
Chicago.
then no. It does have a lot of the we love the city of Chicago. It's got a lot of Chicago love. But I mean, just as a plot point, it's got badass women who often accidentally get naked, guns, and cars. And that's what Gunsmith Cats has, like, when you're talking about the plot of the series.
However, for the anime, they did go out of their way to really research Chicago and made it...
Oh, yeah, well,
Sonoda did that himself.
Yeah, he's a fanatic.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, Eric and I disagree about this on the third part, whether it's titties or whether it's Chicago. But, to put it bluntly, Sonoda draws Chicago like he grew up there. Everything is accurate. And this is coming from somebody who lived the past 2 years in Chicago. Every single angle that I see in the anime, and most of the ones I see in manga panels, are accurate enough to where I can tell exactly where they were taken from. Because most of them are actually landmark images.
Like, yeah, in the opening scene, you get to see a clock. Brad's like, hey, pause that. You see that? Yeah. I should under that clock the other day.
Yeah, I stood under the clock the other week, yeah.
And also, I have to admit, Eric's big fan of the boobies.
Oh,
Brad
the crane
is a big fan of the Chicago.
Look, the crane
I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, because cranes normally exactly rip off women's front shirts and bras. Like,
it happened to me, alright? It happened to me. I don't like talking about... Thank you for bringing it up.
Like, we're gonna go... I can get the manga off my shelf right now. We can go through volume by volume and count every gratuitous shower scene.
I am not saying it's not a factor. I'm just saying that Chicago has...
The whole volume where the one woman's naked just because they decide it would be a good idea to have her naked for the whole volume.
Chicago does, even whether or not it's something that he really showed obsession with in this manga, it does... provide a very good setting for the story.
Well, and that's the big hallmark when it comes to the Guns, Cars, and City for Gunsmith Cats and Writing Bean is accuracy.
Well, more for Gunsmith Cats and Writing Bean. I mean, you had the giant mountain in Writing Bean.
There's some good shots in Writing Bean. There's not as many as Gunsmith Cats, but there's some...
Well, I think he went out of his way to really portray Chicago properly in Gunsmith Cats. Writing Bean was more... I think Writing Bean was before he really got... when he studied Chicago. I think he still really liked Chicago, we just didn't know the city yet, like he did when he did Gunsmith Cats. Because there's several years in between the two.
He basically studied picture books, and he had tons of picture books of Chicago, which there are a lot of. And he didn't get a chance to go to Chicago, I believe, until, believe it or not, 1998. which coincidentally was the first year Anime Central occurred. And he was basically the guest of honor because all of a sudden, there was going to be this anime convention in North America in the city called Chicago, and as soon as they contacted Sonoda about this, he jumped at the opportunity because, it was sort of an opportunity for him to study a city he loved. And the staff at ASEN that year, well, they gave him a tour of the city, and they even took him to a gun range to shoot weapons. Because you can't really do that.
You can't do that in Japan.
And guns being one of his other big loves in life.
He's got a big collection of replicas. Guns, of plastic
Mm-hmm.
replica guns, which is sort of a big thing in Japan, I guess. Since you can't have not a huge thing, but like,
it's big enough to where they have several hobby magazines of it.
Yeah.
In Japan,
and that's where again the accuracy comes in. Like when you see people holding guns in Gunsmith Cats, they're almost 99.99% of the time they're real weapons, down to the special customizations Rally has done to them at some point.
And I think for the anime, they even went and actually shot actual guns for the sound effects.
Yeah.
I remember correctly.
They took and it's an extra on the DVD disc if you buy it from ADV. They actually took a trip to Chicago before they made this. So ASEN actually wasn't his first time in the city. It was his second time, now that you mentioned it. They went there basically to film, take pictures, and do research for Gunsmith Cats, and it turned out to help a lot.
Didn't they even get motor sounds of an actual Cobra?
Yes, they did. And like you mentioned, they actually went to a firing range. They actually had an appointment with the Chicago Police Department to go to one of their ranges and shoot guns and record sound effects. So, all in all, it was a very productive trip for them.
And it does really show when you watch it.
Yeah,
When you watch the show.
it's accuracy. The cars, like you said, they recorded the sounds, and they've the cars are less accurate than the guns, but they're very, very accurate.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to be as accurate.
It's hard to be
with
as accurate
because
with cars.
there are more moving parts.
More moving parts, more customization on different people's stuff. That's the big hallmark of this series. I think is the amount of research that went. This was obviously a love letter.
Yeah.
From this creator to Guns, Cars, and Chicago. Tits.
Which he actually stated that ASEN because he was asked a question about why Gunsmith Cats takes place in Chicago, and Sonoda basically answered that with the history of its organized crime, with it being sort of the city of big shoulders, tough city, but also he wanted to put it in a setting where it seems like most of the shows about America and Japan either take place in New York or California, Los Angeles in particular, and he wanted to showcase Chicago instead. So this was sort of his, like you said, love letter to the fans.
Yeah, Chicago's a pretty cool town. I mean, I liked it when I went to Chicago.
Yep.
I love the pizza.
Pizza's good.
Italian beef's
Which,
better.
Riley apparently would agree with you.
That's exactly.
Speaking of Riley, I guess we should actually mention what the Gunsmith Cats actually are.
About. Gunsmith Cats has two main characters. It's Riley Vincent and Minnie Mae Hopkins.
Why, Riley? Don't you mean Larry?
Yeah. There's a little debate about that. There is no difference between the R sound and the L sound in Japanese kana. So theoretically, you could call Rally Larry just as easily. And it actually makes a little more sense as Larry because people are she's always saying, well, I use this name because it's a guy's name. And people always go, Rally? That's a weird name for a girl. Well, Rally's just a weird name, period. But Larry makes sense. If she's Larry Vincent, she says at one point that she chose the name because
I don't want to think
people
about that
seriously.
because that's my dad's name. So
Well, I think even Sonoda once one asked him what's up? Actually, the name's Larry.
Yeah,
I think he actually wants it to be Larry. But a lot of people also think when they see Riley's Cobra GT, with blue with the Riley racing stripes. They think, oh, Rally cars, of course.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's literally would be indistinguishable to write no matter how you wrote the kana, you couldn't tell because there's no difference between the R and the L sound. Now, the pronunciation in the show, actually, to me, most of the time sounds like rally, which is probably the main reason why it got translated rally. But, just saying.
And this isn't the first time something's happened where the creator thinks the name should be one thing, and then when the people translate, they actually change the name.
Yeah.
I know when Hellsing first came out, someone asked the creator, is it Alucard or Alucard? And he goes, well, everyone uses Alucard, so I think Alucard sounds cooler. Let's go with that. And what happened? It's Alucard.
Yeah, exactly. But they are a pair of bounty hunters who also run a gun store in Chicago. Rally is
and what a gun store it is.
Yeah, what a gun store it is. And the gun store is called the Gunsmith... Originally, it's called the Gunsmith Cat, and it's actually her father's store, which is a big plot point later. And when she takes on Minnie May officially as her partner, they kind of bolt an S on. It becomes the Gunsmith Cats. And it's also a firing range. I don't think that's shown in the anime. It's only in the manga, I think, where it's a firing range.
There was one scene.
There's a private firing...
There's
a private range in the back in the manga, but I don't think it's like...
She was at a firing range in the first episode in the anime, but it wasn't clear that was like
where it was. Yeah, like in the manga, it's like she has a firing range there. And while her main work, as it were, is actually customizing and fixing up people's guns, she uses her bounty hunter business to try to track down her father, who has gone missing. But again, that's all the deep plot points. You don't really get that at first. The basic plot is these two women run a gun store, are also bounty hunters. Rally is a crack shot with a pistol. Really with any weapon, but her preferred weapon, oh god, I knew what it was until...
a CZ-75.
9mm,
and it has to be like handgun.
And it has to be the military, like there's a special edition has to be...
No, she has the very first issue of that pistol,
which is
from
made with a harder grade of steel.
That, and it had fewer safeties. And subsequent regulations basically changed the gun to the point where she probably wouldn't use later versions. Her business.
I thought it was actually that she considered that the best version and best gun ever. And,
yes,
and it was because the original run was made of a very, very, very high quality of steel. Later run, since it was a military weapon, they couldn't afford to keep making it with that high quality of steel, and they cheapened it. Mm-hmm. And she still considers that a good gun, but like the original run, it's like what her she uses. And she's also a car nut.
Which, we just pulled up the Wikipedia page. The official name of the gun is the CZ-75.
Yeah, so Brad was right.
She also carries a .25 DUO, which is made by the same company as the CZ-75, with the trigger guard removed, mounted on a spring-loaded frame strapped to her arm.
Yeah, it's
so
a little
she can
minigun.
Pop it up.
Yeah, it's a little minigun. She keeps up her arm.
She also, what she drives is a blue 1967 model Shelby Mustang Cobra GT500 with white racing stripes.
So that's Rowley's contributions. She's really the main bounty hunter, as it were. And then you have Minnie May Hopkins, who is looks like she's 13, 14. Is actually, 15 at the start?
17.
17 at the start? Yeah, she's 17 and then turns 18.
Yes. And in the original version of the manga and whatnot, they said she was 18 because of certain scenes.
Yeah.
But they fixed it in the re-release.
Thanks to a Supreme Court decision.
And her major thing is explosives. She's in disguise. She more often gets in disguise than Raleigh does.
Yeah.
But her major thing is explosives. She's a bomb nut.
Bomb nut.
Nut, yeah, and creates what she calls mini specials, which are grenades that have no frag. Like, they don't produce fragmentation. So they're safer, and they're more controlled. Like, she knows exactly the radius of the blast that'll come out of them, and with no frag, they don't kill as often as a grenade normally would. I'd really like to know how you get a grenade with no fragmentation, but...
Well, you gotta be Minnie May. You know, she's the
I'm sure there's
Mouse of something. I don't know.
And so this is kind of the base setup. There's side characters. You've got Becky, who's their informant. Was it Becky the Nose? That's what she calls herself.
And professional car watcher.
Yes. Well, in the anime, she's much more of their buddy that also does this sideline of being an informant. In the manga, she's an informant who happens to like Rally and helps them a little extra, but is also very vocal about, you are going to fucking pay me. Like...
Right.
You know. And then Bean Bandit. Woo!
Which unfortunately isn't who... Well, he has his own anime, isn't in the Gunsmith Cats
Isn't in the Gunsmith Cats anime. He's only in the manga, and is an awesome character. And if you like Gunsmith Cats, you go get Riding Bean. And you'll get to see white Rally Vincent with blonde hair.
Yes. Like we said, it was sort of a proto-Gunsmith Cats. Before Rally became part Indian.
Yeah, and it has Rally Vincent and is a white blonde, and who's Riding Bean's partner or Bean Bandit's partner in Riding Bean.
Yeah, apparently, I'm just remembering this now. I just listened to a podcast before I came over here. They mentioned that apparently when the first Riding Bean came out, actually one of the animation companies actually owns the technical licenses for Bean Bandit, the original Rally, and the Roadbuster, his car. And then after everything, that company and other companies started falling out, the actual rights to those specific things in Riding Bean, the rights are lost. And Sonoda doesn't have them. So what he pretty much did, he remade the Gunsmith Cats, but not exactly.
Well, yeah, the car is not called a Roadbuster in Gunsmith. It's Buff.
It's Buff, yeah.
The Buffalo, short for the North American Buffalo. It's just about the most Japanese thing I've ever read in my life. When you got this guy.
But I was thinking maybe that's another reason why it's Gunsmith Cats instead of more Riding Bean.
Well, could be. Like I said, I'm not up on the history of all of it, so. And then the anime, the plot revolves around a character that's not in the manga, who's an ATF agent named Bill, who basically spends most of the anime making Rally and Minnie-May do his dirty work for him.
Yes. It's like, hey, I got a job for you. No. Oh, you don't want to be arrested for all these illegal firearms, do you? No? Oh, well then. I will see you later. Here's your job, and I'll...
Because he suspects a leak in the ATF, so he's working around the ATF by working through Rally and Minnie-May.
Yeah.
Who obviously don't like this.
And hijinks ensue. And of course it deals with many themes, common Chicago, corporate, political corruption.
Political corruption, gun running,
car chases.
Bootlegging. Car chases.
Because he's a big fan of Blues Brothers, so
yes,
you can't have,
Yes, that's another thing.
Gotta have the car chase.
Excuse me. And the anime's real light. It's real, fun. Don't be coming here looking for a hugely deep plot. This is action time. This is popcorn 1980s Blues Brothers.
It starts getting a little bit deeper about the third episode.
Well, it's because it was
but that's because it's going to a climax.
Well, that and it was supposed to be a pilot for a series.
Yes.
And they were trying to deepen the plot so that they could lead into the series as they went on, and of course...
Didn't happen,
so...
But, it's not like it's a bad story, it's just a very simple one.
Just a very simple story. That's not always bad, and it's definitely not in the case of Gunsmith Cats.
Because, when you're really going to watch an action movie, you want a plot that holds together, gives you lots of excuse to see stuff showing up.
To see stuff blow up.
Stuff blown up and shot up.
Shot up, yeah.
And Gunsmith Cats will reward you for that.
Reward both it gives you both those things, and...
It's the reason why one person handles the guns, one person handles the bombs.
I don't think they go too much into the backstories in the anime. It's
not really, but they don't really need to either.
Most of the manga revolves around the backstory of one character or another, either Bean Bandit or Rally Vincent or Minnie-May or whoever, and
altogether is just it's a good time no matter which version you get. We are more or less sort of covering the anime more this time than the manga.
I don't think you can talk about Gunsmith Cats without talking about the manga because it's just so much.
Well, there's so much more to it.
So much more to it than the manga than the anime.
It's also a lot easier to get a hold of the manga now than the anime.
I have been looking for Gunsmith Cats for a legal, actual version of Gunsmith Cats on DVD for 4 years now.
Yes, you could find it, but it's like $50.
Yeah, it's very expensive. If you want to buy it off eBay, it's going to be like $35 to $50 for a 1-disc, 3-episode OAV.
Yeah.
Or you're going to find a bootleg. There's plenty of bootleg copies out there for like $10, but it's going to be a bootleg.
And who really wants that?
Yeah, it got released as a Essential Collection DVD, ADV Essentials.
Yeah.
And it is the only ADV Essential that never got reprinted. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody lost the rights. I have no idea what's up with that.
I don't even remember where I got my copy. So
I'm sure Best Buy. I mean, it was when I worked at Best Buy 5-6 years ago. It was we had a copy. Like several, you know.
I don't remember buying it there. I don't think.
I mean,
Yeah, because periodically I'll go, man, I really wish I owned Gunsmith Cats.
It is just one of those anime. It's just one of those DVDs that randomly is hard to find. You know, the Blues Brothers, the original Blues Brothers, for a long time was
real pain to find.
And I had that too
because it only ever got released on a 1-disc, like $10 Walmart cut version. But a rights issue came and they couldn't publish anymore, and all of them had to be pulled off the shelves. And that $10 DVD was like $150 on eBay for like 5 years. It was one of the very first DVDs. Like it was like in the first couple of years of the format. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie on DVD, sold for $200 for the 1-disc for a long time because of the same rights issue. It's just randomly sometimes DVDs do this, and unfortunately Gunsmith Cats is one of them. It's going to cost you not hundreds of dollars, but $35 to $40 to $50.
But the manga is being put out by Dark Horse.
Dark Horse puts out, and actually Dark Horse put out the original Gunsmith Cat manga too. Like it was out in the original tankobons that were the oversized Viz style almost tankobons that were flopped.
But now they're releasing them in like double volumes that are unflopped.
Oh yeah, they're unflopped.
They've cleaned up a lot of the.
Yeah, most of the problems when translation or intentional mistranslations are taken away. There's a couple of times where I think they just forgot. Like, there's literally one conversation. Minnie Mae Hopkins used to be a prostitute when she was a kid. She was, like, 15 and a whore in Chinatown.
There's less censoring.
There's no censoring. But...
There's none?
None. Not that I know.
That's awesome.
But the thing is that... there's a big thing about how this guy she fell in love with is sort of a pedophile. He likes lolly girls. So she wants to keep herself looking like a lolly for forever. That's why she looks real young. And
so she takes supplements.
So she takes supplements to keep herself from this old woman, to keep herself like looking 14. Hey, I didn't write it. And the thing is that there's a conversation where she's talking with the old woman. They retranslated it in the book as in that she had a hormone problem and couldn't grow up.
And she was trying to take supplements to grow up.
So when they retranslated it, they left half the conversation one way and half the conversation the other way. And so at the start of the conversation, she's talking about staying looking like a kid, and at the end of the conversation, she's talking about how she really wishes she could look more grown up again. And they left the translation half and half. Like a lot of random nudity in Gunsmith Cats 2. This is not for the kiddies, so don't let this line around for your children. Yeah, wow. Especially when you get towards the end, when you get towards the Goldie, the end of the Goldie stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff.
So if you're parents and leave something for your kids.
Look for some of them. Well, we'll buy it.
We want to corrupt your youth.
Yeah, we want to seriously. Let's see.
It's not Overfiend or Bible Black. It's fine.
Well, yeah. Well, Gunsmith Cats nudity actually, for the most part, is just incidental nudity. It's almost 99.99% of it is not sexual. There's a blowjob scene with Minnie Mae.
Yes.
There's a scene with Minnie Mae masturbating, and there is a scene where Goldie, who's the main villain of the books,
do we really need to go into this detail?
Is commanding Rally to do something.
I see.
But the rest of it is like Rally's in the shower, or Rally happens to sleep nude.
Just to draw boobies.
There's, like I said, there's one whole volume where these guys kidnap one of the. There's a thief character that comes up only in the manga, and she's a friend. She wants to work for Rally. She wants to sleep with Rally too, but that's not the point.
What are you talking about? That is the point. That's what we want to read about.
Well, yes, but the point here is that they...
Some of us would rather see the explosions and the gunplay, thank you.
Well, they capture her.
What?
Explosions.
They capture her, and her kidnappers just randomly decide that the best way to keep her under control is to strip her naked. So for the entire thing, she's just wandering around naked because her kidnappers took all her clothes away from her. And she's just got no clothes for the remainder of the story for like 40 pages, 30 pages.
What you gonna do?
What's you gonna do? But it's pretty good despite all of this stuff, which doesn't make it sound very feminist friendly. It's actually really good, I think, at portraying strong female characters. Rally will kick your ass. Like, Rally does, she doesn't dress super masculinely, but at the same time she wears suits and stuff like that, and she works for these cops and everything, and she is not afraid to tell you to go fuck yourself and shoot at you.
She's the best probably gunslinger in the show series.
In the series.
Not the best driver.
Not the best driver. That's Bean. Yeah, Bean's the best driver. Bean punches bullets out of the air at one point.
Bean's pretty
bad.
Freaking awesome.
Pretty awesome. Like, Bean stops a car with his body at one point.
Really, Japan, if you're listening, you're doing a lot of re-envisionings of older stuff. Perhaps you should come back and look at Gunsmith Cats again.
But then Gunsmith Cats, until August in 2008 was still going on. The Gunsmith Cats Burst was just ended.
That was
him doing a second story after.
What's the same story? It's the same main villain.
It came after he did a manga or two in between. One of them, which was called Canon Exacxion.
Yeah, Exacxion.
Which I haven't read, but I've seen published here in the U.S. as well. So I only read one issue, and I don't remember what it was about.
Gentlemen. The original manga ran from 1991 to 1997. Then in 2004, he came back with Burst.
Oh, is Burst only in 2004? I thought it was 2008.
No, Burst started in 2004 and ended
in 2008.
I'm just saying that there was a big break between the first two.
Well, yeah. If you want to do re-envisioning, guys, come back to this as an anime. Like Re-Cutie Honey, which you refused to give me in America. Another series, great.
You're still bitter about that.
I'm so bitter about it. Well, everything in the fucking universe comes out in America now. Name me something that you've wanted recently, anime-wise, that hasn't wandered its way to America. Not you, Basil. You like too many weird things. Brad.
Oh, no, it's already been licensed, but it's not released.
See, it's already been licensed. You.
Oh, what to choose? Oh, no. Yeah, I'll let you have this one.
You can't.
I'll let you have this one.
Because everything in the universe but Re-Cutie. And fucking Re-Cutie Honey, the live action came out in America.
It's true.
The live action.
And they actually they finished up, last year before, a live action Cutie Honey TV series again. Cutie Honey Live, which we don't have here, but we'll never get that.
Well, we don't want here, yeah.
That wasn't that bad.
It's softcore porn.
Did you actually watch it?
No.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Well, it's Cutie Honey. I just assumed.
Well, okay, I'll give you that.
Cutie Honey, Re-Cutie Honey, the movie was softcore porn.
The live action movie, not so much.
You get a lot of that model in her underwear.
Yeah.
That was just softcore porn. I mean, we are talking about people who censor their hardcore porn. I think softcore porn can be included to include bra and panties for 2 hours.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one too.
But this is sort of now going away from Gunsmith Cats.
Yeah, we're kind of wandering away from Gunsmith Cats.
My nephew liked the Power Rangers. And I did this on his birthday where he had all his friends around. They were like, Green Ranger. I said, let me show you the real Sentai. I'm going to show you the episode where Green Ranger actually died. And they were sitting there looking. A couple kids start crying like, no, Green Ranger can't be daddy. And the parents were like, why are you showing our kids?
The Anime World Order podcast.
Not suitable for children because the truth hurts.
Visit us online at www.animeworldorder.com.
So, how many awesomes out of awesome?
75. CC 75 awesomes out of awesome. That's where I go.
We could also go with an SIG P210.
Or 2 bullets punched out of the fucking air.
Or the Walther WA2000.
I'll read those gun models for you.
Apparently, there's a 1960 Colt .25 pocket model and a Beretta 84F, a Walter
These are not
P38.
awesomes. The CZ one made sense. You guys pick your own joke awesome.
These are all guns that Raleigh owns. I know what we're talking about.
These are all guns that I can read as
But
well.
go on. I give it 4 volumes as a Dark Horse manga out of awesome, too.
Parabellum P08, Luger. A Colt Lawman Mark .3, a Browning High Power. Occasionally uses a Glock 19.
Okay, we get the point. What do you think? How many awesomes are awesome?
I'm going to give it...
2 boobies.
No.
I'd say 4, but Mini May's kind of flat.
I'm going to give it 5 high-powered explosions out of
5 high-powered explosions. Brad, what do you say? How many awesomes? One city of Chicago?
110 awesome stories, because that's how many there are on the Sears Tower.
There we go.
There we go.
Brad's first love. So...
Gunsmith Cats. As awesome as a Sears Tower is tall.
And on the loose.
Because Gunsmith Cats are...
Loose?
Not really.
Not really, yeah. No. Mini May,
yeah.
Well, no, Mini May's actually... she's totally stuck with her man.
She's all about the kid
You know what
now.
would have made this a lot better? If we were to discuss Gunsmith Cats as if we were the super fans.
And with that...
Okay, and then you just gate it back up.
And we're done. Good night, everybody! Or on loose. Hear the magic, feel the roar. Gunsmith Cats on loose. Gunsmith Cats. Gunsmith Cats. Ho!
Okay.
Okay.